Ahoy, matey. My name is Kelly Reed, and I'm going to be showcasing a bit of the video game Sea of Thieves. This is a pirate-themed game, and I believe it can be very useful in encouraging the public, especially students, to be more interested in the subject of cartography. The way that this game uses maps is very integral to the gameplay. It's a bit more realistic than how maps are used in many other video games. It helps you less and requires a bit more of actual map using skill in order to succeed well. So, I've picked up a quest, a treasure hunt quest, and I've gotten this treasure map that I'll show you here. And on the map, you see it has a grid, alphanumerical, it has a compass up in the corner, and we see an outline of this island group, and we see in D2 a red X, which X marks a spot, and that's where the treasure is buried. So, when you get a map like this, the first thing you have to do is come to your ship and then head down here to the map table. Okay. Now the map table is a bit more advanced than the essentially vellum map that I was holding in my hand earlier. This is a bit more like modern electronic GIS. It has a few computerized layers to it. You see it also has a grid up in this corner starting at A1, and you can scroll throughout, and as you do, you see all this information, some iconography that indicate various things in the game, but mostly you see a bunch of islands all over the place. Now, nowhere are you given the coordinates for your target island. You have a compass, again, that's the same orientation as on the small map, but it doesn't tell you where your target island is. Now, this is my ship location and orientation, so I'm aimed north right now in this general area of the Shores of Plenty. And what I need to do is to zoom in until I can better see island shapes. Okay, so now I did find this earlier, and it's up here, Salty Sands. So I can zoom in. This is zoomed in all the way. And just to confirm, yes, that island group is the same shape as Salty Sands, so that's where I need to go. And my ship icon tells me I am southeast of Salty Sands right now. I can zoom back out. Okay, now you notice there is no map scale. So we'll just have to sort of wing it and see how close we are and how long it takes. But generally we need to aim north by northeast in order to reach Salty Sands. Now I can mark this with a circle, but that doesn't actually help us in the quote-unquote reality of the game here. There is no marker to follow. That's what makes this game a bit more realistic than a lot of other video games. Most video games, you have a mini-map that you look at and it marks something on the map, and then you go into your first-person view like this is, and you see something hovering in the distance, some graphic that tells you this is exactly where you need to go. Well, this game does not do that for you. Instead, you come to your ship, and by your steering wheel you have another compass here. I do also have a handheld compass that I can use wherever I might need to. But once I'm steering, I can't look at the handheld one, so they've handily put another compass right near where you are. So, I need to do a few things. I need to set my sail length. Let's go full sail. As I look up, you see these lines indicating wind direction. So basically north. And I need to raise the anchor. So once the anchor is up, I start moving. And now I can use the wheel and steer. So north by northeast, just a slight adjustment. There. And I should be basically aimed in the right direction. Okay. Now, because I have a more advanced GIS downstairs, I can come down here and see that, yes indeed, my ship is aimed in the right direction. Now, I also notice that Boulder K is right in the middle, so I need to bypass that on my way to Salty Sands. This is probably Boulder K. That is probably Salty Sands. So I need to get on the wheel and make sure that I steer around Boulder K. And once I'm clear, change my heading back. Come on, a little bit more. And I appear to be aimed in the right direction now. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna slow us down a little bit for safety purposes, and I'll run up in the crow's nest. Now, this ship is a sloop, which is the appropriate size for 1 or 2 people. So you could have one person up here if you wanted to. Okay, so you see the 2 islands. And we are aiming for the northern island. That's where the X is. Okay. So let's head back down. Get on the steering wheel before it's too late. Okay, and I'm going to slow us down even more. Back on the... Whoa, come on, back on the wheel. Hard to starboard, me buckos. Okay, so that should be the northern island of the three. Let's straighten out a bit more. Just a smidge more, give us a tiny bit more sail. And straighten out. Don't want to run aground. And it is definitely possible to do that. Okay. As we're going past, getting close, I will lower the anchor. Stop us right here. Okay. Now, this is the northern island. I'm looking at it from a different orientation, of course. If I pull out my compass, that's southeast. So we are north of the northern island, looking southeast across it. Okay. So our X should be just south of the big rock formation, pretty much centered on that, in a sandy spot, about right in the center of the island. Okay. Now, fair warning, this game has skeletons, and oh, I think that's one out in the water over there, in fact. Yep. Now, they're probably too far away to see me, but more might just pop up out of the ground, because that's what skeletons do in this game. So, let's come ashore and be wary of potential skeleton attack. Okay, now we are south of this big rock formation, approximately in the center, a few steps away in a sandy area. So I'm gonna guess we're about in the right area to dig. Hey! Oh, now we're getting attacked. Ambushed. Ambushed by skeletons. Give me a moment to take care of these guys. They're pretty weak. Switch back to the spade. Continue digging up my treasure. Oh, now I can pick it up. Okay. And now I have my treasure. And I can bring it back to my ship. I can set it here, I can set it downstairs. But I have successfully retrieved this buried treasure. Now, the quest that I picked up in total actually requires me to do to find two treasures. So I have a second map that will require me to go back to my big map, locate this island, set sail again, and repeat this process one more time. And then I'll have two treasures, and I can go and return them both to somebody for some cash payment in gold doubloons, naturally. Anyway, so there are treasure hunting quests, there are other quests where you have to track down skeleton captains for a bounty, but that also requires you to follow a map to a certain place, sail there, find that skeleton, and kill it and bring back proof that you've done that. Most of what you do in this game involves using maps, finding locations, so it is very cartography heavy, and it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it to librarians, to teachers, to educators of all kind who want to keep the public, perhaps especially students, interested in the real world field of cartography. Alright, but for now I will end my video halfway through this quest, but that's an example of what you can do in Sea of Thieves. So I will bid you adieu, and until next time, have a good day.